Maayung adlaw sa tanan. Today's video, we're going to take you for an up close and personal of this new 2023 Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. As always, I'm going to take this Mitsubishi Xpander Cross for a startup and a full walk-around review, showing you the most interesting features from the interior as well as the exterior. And without further ado, let's sit back, relax and enjoy of the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross review.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your loves.
First and foremost, I would like to extend a big thanks and special shout out to Grand Canyon Iloilo Mitsubishi for inviting me to feature their brand new models, including the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross, as well as Mr. Andrew Po, the president of Grand Canyon Incorporated, for inviting me, as well as Ma'am Christine Maranyon, their marketing manager of Grand Canyon Iloilo, for assisting me and accommodate me to make this video possible, and all the staffs. For more inquiries, see the description box below. Anyway, let's begin our review. So here's the key fob. Let's go ahead and get started. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Once you lock the car, the side mirrors will automatically fold in. Meanwhile, when you unlock the car, the mirrors will fold out again. The facelifted Xpander Cross gets a standard feature of a Mitsubishi's smart keyless entry system. With the key fob inyo, you can able to lock and unlock the vehicle by pressing the black button found in both front door handles. Since it's getting darker right here, it's already nighttime, so let's turn on the lights to invite more lighting, like so. To start the Xpander Cross, make sure the key fob is inside the vehicle. Simply put your foot on the brake and hit this engine start stop button to fire up the engine. The power steering operation of the Xpander Cross is an electric assist function with a rack and pinion setup. The wheel itself is made up with a 4-spoke leather wrapped with sport grips at 10 and 2, silver accents in all 4 spokes, and mounted controls can be found at the left and right spokes of the wheel, which is majorly accented in piano black. Only transmission choice for the Xpander Cross that can be paired from a 4A91 1.5-liter gasoline engine is a 4-speed automatic gearbox. Featuring in this transmission is a low gear mode and an overdrive mode, which can be activated via the button located on the left side of the gear knob. A 4A91 1.5-liter naturally aspirated gasoline engine is the only engine choice of the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross in the Philippines. This engine features a dual overcam 16 valves and an inline 4 cylinders with electronic controlled multi-point fuel injection and MyVec technology. It produces 104 horsepower at 6,000 RPM and 141 Nm of torque at 4,000 RPM. Fuel tank size is 45 liters with emission rating of Euro 4. Like I said before, this engine is mated only with a 4-speed automatic transmission for the Xpander Cross in the country, and the drivetrain of this SUV-like MPV is a front-wheel drive vehicle. For the fuel economy, the Xpander Cross is achieving at around 21 km per liter or 22.9 km per liter, which may claim that this is one of the most fuel-efficient car that is tested so far since day one, when the Xpander was first launched. Now let's talk about what's going on here, the Xpander Cross. Normally, it is typical Mitsubishi Xpander MPV with a touch of ruggedness to make it even more like an SUV. Astig, di ba? Well, this bad boy here was first introduced in November 2019 in Indonesia, and this would compete against the Toyota's Rush, the Honda's PRV, and the Suzuki's XL7. What is interesting, a facelift of the Xpander Cross was launched globally at the 29th Gaikindo Indonesia International Auto Show in August of 2022. Now, in our country, we witnessed first the Xpander Cross way back in March 2020 as the replacement of the Xpander GLS Sport, and 4 years after, the facelift version has arrived in the Philippines 3 weeks after the new year. In this facelift, it receives a major revamp from the exterior, the interior, and other improvements in terms of features, which can be considerably as the baby Montero Sport. So, the question here is, will the new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross become your typically everyday adventure MPV or SUV, which is worth it on your money? Let's find out. Unlike the Xpander Cross focuses more on the adventure side rather than an urban side because stance-wise, the Xpander Cross gets a rugged look and a high ground clearance, by which you can use it for your day-to-day adventure like trekking on a mountain, getting dirty on the mud through off-roading, and more to that. Since this is a facelift, the Xpander Cross has improved compared to the previous one, which gets meaner and dynamic look, giving it a seductive effect to the car. Up front, it gets a new and improved dynamic shield design language by Mitsubishi, which is finished in piano black accents with some chrome highlights, whereas the back, it gets a clean look, giving the best attraction to the best of both worlds. Standard for this car are T-shaped LED headlights, following with the LED daytime running lights and LED front fog lights, whereas the back it gets a T-shaped taillights too, which are powered in LED. On the side of the car, nothing looks different from the previous one. Still, it gets a futuristic and dynamic style with a floating roof design to add a more futuristic taste. Found on the sides are your indicators on the chrome side mirrors, chrome door handles, and roof rails. The pièce de résistance of the Xpander Cross is the lower black claddings at the bottom with some silver accents on the sides. From there, this would actually symbolize that this Xpander Cross is a 7-seater crossover SUV, but it is riding on an MPV platform. Overall, the exterior of the new Xpander Cross is kind of a sharp and macho looking compared to the previous model or in other counterparts out there. Interior-wise, the Xpander Cross gets a sharp and very dynamic design with a floating screen in the center stack together with a beautifully designed center console and a new steering wheel which is taken from the Montero Sport. Now, what I really like about in this car is that it comes with an electronic parking brake, a digital instrument gauge, and a whole lot more. Above anything else, this might be the best everyday rider for an adventure. The materials itself is very top-notch in its finest, and also the technology is well improved. Talking about space, the new Xpander Cross delivers you a well-suited cabin space which fits your average-sized family, friends, and companions that could lead to your daily adventure all throughout. Now, going back to its materials, what I really like about in this car is that it gets a two-tone black and blue color that gives a depth of color to the interior even when you expose it to the sunlight, which looks absolutely fantastic. So, if you're looking for a legitimate MPV SUV vibe of a car that would take you from point A to point B or on and off-road, there is no question because the new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross gives you what it needs. It gets an SUV style of it with its tall ground clearance combined with a futuristic taste from inside out, spacious cabin, fuel-efficient engine, and the most important is, it gets 7 seats. In this monotone color variant that costs 1,328,000 Philippine pesos, I think you find the best MPV that will lead to your day-to-day adventure. The new Xpander Cross is equipped with a 17-inch two-tone alloy wheels which are wrapped in Bridgestone Ecopia EP150 tires that measures 205/55R17. The front brakes in this car are ventilated discs, whereas the rear ones are equipped with drum brakes. Suspension-wise, McPherson struts with coil springs and stabilizers, and torsion beams are the suspension elements that controls the front and rear wheels. speaker, bottle holders, and the storage. Window lock, central locking. Window controls, all four windows in this car are powered, while the driver's side window gets a fully automatic function in both directions. Mirror controls, traction control off, bonnet release lever, fuel door release, and the driver's seat in this Mitsubishi Xpander Cross gets a fully manual adjustments. Seat back, height adjuster, and down there is your seat sliding position. Xpander door sills. You have the same set of adjustments as found on the driver's side. However, it loses out on a height adjuster. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed.
The new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross is equipped with a 7-inch touchscreen smartphone link display head unit with different media connectivity settings, and the sound system itself is equipped with 6 speakers.
I'm sorry that I didn't hit you back when you call my line. Or did you even need to talk? Are you wasting time declining all your FaceTime calls? Cause you're not my vibe, but God just let me go to sleep. Someone get high with me. Yeah, cause I'm running away, running away. I'm looking for space, looking for space, looking for space. I'm healing from all of the pain, all of the pain, all of the pain. Running away. Cause I feel lost right now.
Well, the stock sound system of this new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross works pretty amazing. Panalo! Center armrest, which is leather padded, and underneath you have a good size amount of storage area. 2 cup holders. This car is featured with an electronically controlled parking brake. To disengage the parking brake, put your foot on the brake and push the toggle down. And to activate again, simply pull it back up. This car is featured with an auto hold function whereby if you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or traffic jam, or whether you are in a steep incline roads, when this system is activated, the car won't actually move forward or roll back even when you lift your foot off the brake. Storage area right underneath and right above. You got your 12-volt power outlet that has a maximum power of 120 watts and your USB port right here. Got your single zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located right here. It is quite simple to use. Fan speed, temperature, front and rear defrost, max cooling, different modes, air conditioning system, recirculation, and off button. Two air vents, in the middle hazard switch. Currently you are in a Bluetooth audio streaming with your current song title information, album, artist, song duration, different media sources. Underneath of it, you got your phone and setup. So we will go back to that shortly, but for now, let's talk about the Bluetooth audio streaming. Now, for your Bluetooth audio streaming, you got your seek tracks, play and pause, shuffle, repeat, search for favorites, playlists, tracks, and all kinds of stuff. Bluetooth paired devices, your Bluetooth settings, sound settings, beep settings, language, date and time, so on and so forth. Basic setup.
Simple yan. Oh, I get it. So this is your home menu. On your home menu, it contains your FM, AM, and your Bluetooth. So this is your sound settings, language settings, display settings. You can go day and night mode, and all that. Next up, your phone, your dial pads, accept beacon calls, go back, call history, contacts, your settings, loudspeaker and voice recognition system. Kaya pala. And this is your simple infotainment setup. Galing, diba? Napaka-simple. And that's pretty much it in this infotainment system of this Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. Very simple. Now, to the left, is your home button. After the home button, go back, adjusting your brightness, and this is your volume and power knob. Light and indicator controls. Now on the steering wheel, you got your enter, left, right, up, then down arrows, and go back button. Now these corresponding buttons right here corresponds you to control the multi-information display right within the instrument gauge. Nice. Oh, all right. This button right here adjusts your level, the light level of your dash or inside the car, or rather adjust the interior brightness. Well, the rest, here are your volume controls, audio menu, seat tracks. Well, on the right side is your cruise control, your voice recognition system, and this is your on hook and off hook buttons for your Bluetooth telephone menu. Lastly, you got your wiper controls to the right. Now the steering wheel on this car gets a manual tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Power folding side mirrors. Nice. Central locking. No grip handle for the front passengers, for the driver's side. Your driver's side sun visor. Front cabin light. And your manual dimming rearview mirror. Front passenger side sun visor with a vanity mirror. Grip handle on the ceiling for the front passenger side. storage above the glove box, and you have the glove box itself, which is it receives a good amount of size. And I almost forgot, you have two storages on each sides of the driver's and front passenger's footwell. All right. So that is it for our startup. We can shut this vehicle off and continue with the rest of our review. Speaker, bottle holders, and the storage. You also have your window control. To get access to the back to the third row, use this lever right here, pull it. And the middle row seats folds and tumbles forward. There you go.
Kung ano yung karakteristik ng bagong Mitsubishi Xpander and Nissan Livina, ganun din yung karakteristik ng bagong Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. Kaso lang, yung ride height naman niya ay medyo mataas ng konti kumpara sa dalawa. The doors of this MPV opens widely at an almost 90-degree angle, which aids you an easy entrance and exit. As I getting into the middle row, I would sense that the space inside is perfectly roomy in my 5'9" height. Aside from its space, you can also get a nicely padded leather seats, giving you a nice and comfy ride for your adventure trip. You can able to move the middle row seat forward by using the bar underneath to adjust the space at the back part of the cabin. You get storage pockets on both front seat backs, and in the middle, there are charging ports found at the back, which they are both regular and Type-C. On both sides, you get grip handles at the ceiling for the middle row, and on top you have 4 air vents with a fan speed control to the rightmost part, which has a 4 setting fan speed modes. Finally, this car gets a center armrest with 2 cup holders. Climbing into the third row of the Xpander Cross is typically easy to access thanks to its folding tumbling action of the middle row seats and a wide opening doors. For the third row, the space inside is on the tighter side for my height as a 5'9" tall, not unless you will move the middle row seat forward to your desired space that you want. The most recommended person who will seated at the last row are children or small adult, pero in my case, okay naman siya. Found at the back, you have your little cubbies, storages, cup holders, and grip handles, while on the right portion you get a 12-volt power outlet, and on top in the middle, you get a cabin light. Boot capacity of the Xpander Cross when all the rear seats are upright measures 150 liters. Fold down the third row seats and this will create 750 liters of space, and once all the rear seats are folded down, the boot capacity in this SUV-like MPV measures 1600 liters of space. Found on the boot floor are your extra storage to hide your items in, and right on the sides are your exposed storage areas. For safety elements, the Mitsubishi Xpander Cross gets 2 airbags, anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, active stability with traction control, active yaw control, hill start assist, reverse camera, and ISOFIX child seats and tether anchors for the rear seats.
Thank you for tuning in of the startup and a full walk-around review video of this 2023 new Mitsubishi Xpander Cross. I hope you like this video, and if you do, make sure you hit thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now, if you're subscribed to my channel, please hit the notification bell button to get notified for my latest updates. And don't forget, follow all of my social media platforms. As always, I will see you next time with 4 more latest videos on YouTube. God bless.